Looking back at your preliminary task, what do you feel you have learnt in progression from it to the full product? Since completing the preliminary task, I believe I have made a lot of progression to my final product. To begin with, when making my preliminary pages, I used no tools when editing the pictures. Looking at the overall product, I believe it didn't look very professional, as the images looked as if anybody could have taken them. Therefore, I decided to do some secondary research on different editing techniques that could be applied to my images in my hip hop magazine, such as looking at online tutorials on how to present the artist with clear skin. The preliminary task also allowed me to experiment with different colour schemes and layouts. This meant when it came to the final task, I had learnt of what colour scheme worked to attract the audience towards my magazine. From doing my preliminary task, I have learnt the importance of attracting your target audience and making sure elements of my magazine appeal to them. For example, on my front cover, the main image included an Afro-Caribbean 19-year-old male who was wearing chains and a baseball hat. By choosing this particular outfit, it would make my magazine more appealing to a hip-hop audience. Furthermore, in my preliminary task, I didn't consider costume at all. However, as we had more time to complete this music magazine, I took this into consideration. Moreover, I analysed and identified conventions of existing hip-hop magazines. This helped me develop my magazine to make it more conventional. I also took into account typography and therefore chose a font which would appeal to my audience, which was a sans serif font, such as Tall, Dark and Handsome, for my masthead. Whereas on my preliminary task, I chose a font I thought would stand out and attract the audience. However, I have learnt there is a certain typefaces that appeal to certain audience. On my preliminary task, I didn't include a barcode and a QR code because I didn't think it was necessary for a student magazine, whereas on my music magazine, Underground, I included both of these as my audience would be broader and including digital content, which made it more appealing to my young and modern target audience. I also did not include a price on my preliminary task for the same reason, but on my hip hop magazine I included a price as it would be purchased in stores.